Hi guys, I'm here back in Red Lake and I just wanted to give you a heads up on what episode 2 is about. Episode 2 is about turning your clay into slabs. And remember, we're doing all of this primitively. So basically not using any tools that potters and people that use clay all the time would be using. I also want you to keep in mind that you shouldn't do these steps as I post them on YouTube. You should probably wait until all of the episodes are uploaded onto YouTube before you start, or your clay might dry out, or you're going to be working really hard to keep your clay moist enough to be malleable enough to use throughout the steps. So just enjoy every episode as they come along. Learn from them, take notes from them if you want, or whatever it is that you want to do. But just hang on before you actually start building, okay? I'll let you know throughout the video when you should start building. So without further ado, here is episode duh. So here I am with my clay. And I'm going to do a primitive slab. So some people, when they do a slab, well, you can use like a slab machine that'll give you a perfectly even slab, or you can use a wooden roller. But I do it old school, like a child's patty cake. Notice how I'm using the palm of my hand, and I'm trying my best to keep it even. Again, if I had been using canvas, this would be nice and easy to lift. It's going to stick to cardboard a little bit, but this is better than sticking to the table. When I'm doing an action, I sometimes have a hard time speaking. The words come out funny, and you just have to bear with me. So see, I'm getting this nice lift. Remove any kind of moisture that I have there. My willow is barking at God knows what in the background. So I've got a pretty nice slab here. I'm actually really impressed with how that initial wedging really created a beautiful consistency. Just take a look at this. Pretty nice, eh? So I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to just put it to the side. Maybe I'll get myself a piece of, if I can walk, go get another piece of cardboard. I'll be right back so you don't hear me scream. That wasn't so bad. As soon as it comes, it goes. Pain is a very strange and funny thing. So I have this second chunk of clay here. I'm not sure if it's going to be big enough for what I want to make. I want to tell you what I'm making, but I'm going to keep it a surprise. So I'm going to wedge this second piece of clay. I have that first piece of clay just sitting there. I don't have to worry about it drying out too quickly. It has a lot of moisture in it. But if you're working with clay and you're noticing that it's crumbly or it's cracking a little bit while you're working with it, it means that you don't have enough moisture in it for this initial stage of the actual creation process, and that you should probably consider getting yourself a more moist piece or adding a little bit of moisture. You got to learn the fine line between not adding enough moisture and having too much moisture. You don't want sloppy mud pies. So as you saw, I did a little bit of wedging, and now I want to make this piece that I flatten with my palm. See how my fingers are up? I don't want these fingerprints on there. Your palm is a large, broad base that covers a lot of surface. did that. I want this one to be more long and narrow. My camera's moved. Now, I like to keep my slab just under a centimeter. I don't want to go too thin. I don't want to go too thick. Okay, I'm going to start building. Whoa, I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I have these 2 clay slabs here. Right now, they're just flat pieces of clay. I'm going to turn them into something. Now, some people use templates. I just eyeball things. So I want to create a base first. And I'm just going to use like a pencil, kind of draw it out for myself. I want something kind of round, but not perfectly round. And I want to use as much clay as I can. See that? Just drawn kind of an organic round shape. So I'm showing you how to basically use basic kitchen tool. Just going to use plain old knife. I want to hold it very vertically because I do not want to create any kind of beveled angle on my clay. I'm just going to cut that. Remove that excess. Oh, look, when I removed it, you see the grass fibers that are still in there? That's kind of neat, eh? That'll just burn out. Don't worry about that. If you're doing a primitive firing, you cannot be concerned with perfection at all. Okay, so I have this nice little base. I'm already knowing that this is not going to fit around it, but I've got a little trick that I'll do. So I want to cut this into strips so that it's going to go around that base, kind of like a low-lying vase. But this is not going to be enough. So I'll cut this in half. Cut this. Cut this. That should be enough. Hopefully. Okay. Next step coming up.